Camera.
An early exit.
Yeah.
Instant liquidity.
Perfect. Thank you very much. That's okay.
Okay, so, all right, so while Brian is about to set up, I'll introduce the chairman of New York Angels, by far the most influential angel investor group in the tri-state area and arguably in the country, and I think according to Brian, in the whole planet, plus any unknown galaxies out there. But it's a great pleasure to have Brian here today, and I want to thank him for being here, and you're in for a treat.
Thank you. Alan Brody is a very, very important man today. He was an inspiration to me early on. We've known each other, I said, 35 or so years, I guess, at this point. Few people have given more. So the New York City Startup community is my life. It's my home. It's where I live. And the New York City Startup community is a warm and hugging environment. And there are a few people I admire who has given as much as you have. I want to say thank you. Yes, I'm just gonna stay here, it'll be fine. So I travel the world, and I've been an angel investor for about 25 years. I travel the world looking for angel investors that have ever made money, over money. And I think you understand the difference, right? Some people have actually had some exits, and that doesn't really cover their complete investment in the angel world. So I've literally traveled all throughout Southeast Asia, all through Europe. I keynoted most of the major angel investment conferences. And I find precious few angel investors have ever made money. Remarkable. Now, deception is an art. Unfortunately, we practice it on ourselves. Deception, when you mix it with sex, and then you mix it with money, becomes even more of a deception. And unfortunately, there's this deception that's taking place in the angel startup community, as well as the entrepreneur community, and they're obviously intricately related and intertwined, that has caused this bizarre phenomenon to take place. So I put this presentation together to expose, to discuss, to create a context for a conversation, so that in the end, as I teach angel investors how to change their ways, and equally, by the way, change entrepreneurs how to change their ways, hopefully in the end there's a better outcome. And for both parties, that's all that matters. Let me be very clear, my focus, and that success that I've had as an angel investor, is because I am 100% focused on the entrepreneur. I am, however, an angel investor that has one interest, primarily, and that is to make money. If you're here without that interest, then you shouldn't be an angel investor. It's that simple. Silicon Valley has succeeded remarkably because it rains. It rains because there are people who have actually made money, not always because they've had exits or they've had successful angel investments, but because they've worked for companies and they've gotten their options and they've sold down. But there's a lot of raining there. New York hasn't had those kinds of exits. There's not as much rain going on here. And it is a different galaxy. So I decided I was going to put together a presentation that I was going to do the best I can to get you to think, to get you to stop, to get you to listen. I just gave this presentation at Columbia, to the Columbia Entrepreneur CEO Organization, to 300 students, and I asked how many of them had startups, and about 200 hands or so went up. And I said, do you realize only 2 of you are going to get funded? Of course, it's just a deep emotion that kind of ran through the room. Oh, Columbia would be better than us, right? So, my dear friend, Esther Dyson, one of the great legendary angel investors, said it a while ago, that angel investing is like having sex and you have to raise children. I should note, this is a presentation that usually takes me a good hour to get through, so I'm going to be running through this. And to do justice to you, I'll try and be as interactive as I can. but I do have a hard stop. So, in that same context, entrepreneurs have learned that, hey, you know, being an entrepreneur gets me more sex too. Now, this presentation certainly and it certainly appeals to a lot of the audiences I talk to in the millennial world, and it gets their attention. Sometimes talking about angel investment is kind of right? In fact, there are some bizarre activities where people have asked if sex could be part of the purpose. And then it goes too far also with some angel investors. Now, the average age of an angel investor is 57. Unfortunately, it's still about 80 to 85% men. And there's a lot of lust in it. There's a lot of bizarre behaviors. I'm a behavioral guy. We all do things because of behaviors that we have. But unfortunately, sometimes those behaviors get out of control. And it isn't just along these lines, but it's relative to money and expectation. So I ask you, what kind of angel are you? Are you a tourist angel? That makes up about 80% of angels. We'll try it. We'll see what it's like. I don't know much about the mechanics of angel investing. I'm not sure what a term sheet even looks like. But I gotta tell you, I got an next door neighbor who's selling socks. And I think he's going to sell a lot of stocks, so I'm going to jump in. And he offered me a valuation of $3 million, and I told him it wasn't 10. I said I'd only invest if his valuation was $5 million. Well, there's a lot of tourist investors and angels out there who really don't have any guidelines on how to properly think about what angel investing is all about. Then there's the mentor angel. The mentor angel, and I'm one of those who goes to one of the universities, and we feel proud. We feel energized. We're at a university, and we're helping these young people start a company. We get emotionally involved. We get so connected that we can't say no. Everything they do is perfect. Everything that they say is going to be fantastic. And what? We're going to give them money. We're going to support them. Because you can't say no. You're mentoring them. How could a mentor say no when it comes to raising money for them? It's a lure in. Then, of course, there's a fund angel. I believe angel investing is a contact sport. The best part about it is being in contact with the entrepreneurs and working with them. If they allow you to, of course, not being annoying. And most of the time, angels don't know how to mentor, nor do they know how to advise. There's no classes for it. I do try my best to teach it. And I'm actually against the word mentor, because I had one mentor in my life, by the way, who I loved dearly. And we use this word mentor today like it's a throwaway word. The word mentor is a very powerful word. It makes us feel good. So we're part of the problem, because we accept being called mentors, right? But hey, I'm a word guy. I think the word mentor should be something we hold sacrosanct, unfortunately. But a fund angel, just going back to that for a minute, is somebody says, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to let them tell me. And they follow the fund. And I think funds are hazardous to your health. I think the best part, again, about being an angel is that you are doing the work yourself. And it isn't part of just letting others make the decisions for you. And then there's the crowd angel. That's all new now. That's the one who says, I'll never meet the people. I don't even know what a term sheet is. But I have this opportunity to invest. Wow, how scary is that? I want you to begin to think of yourself more than just any of those who are philanthropic angels. And as I'm sure maybe somebody has already said, it's philanthropy until it exits anyway, right? So, but there are avenues of philanthropy as an angel that are clear. They're social angels. And you're not in this to be good. You're in this to make money. Because making money allows you to make money, and then allows the entrepreneur to make money, and then allows it to rain more. Because any money that I've made as an angel investor goes back into the system. Back into that rainbow that's constantly looking for growth. But in the end, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that everyone in this room wants to say, I am a professional angel investor. So when somebody comes up to you and says, oh, I hear you're an angel investor, you correct them. Because I'm not an angel investor. I'm a professional angel investor. And there's a huge difference between any of those. Well, what's happening? Seed investing is going down. According to the recent Halo report supported by Silicon Valley Bank, angel investing is going down. The number of deals, by the way, I don't call entrepreneurs, I don't say that you can get their deal, I call them investment opportunities, and you do deals, but the number of deals is definitely going down. Why? Why? Because there's only a limit of angels. There's only a limit to the amount of money they've got. There's only a limit to the amount of money they want to lose. And with all of the gunpowder that's been spent, a lot of it is dry now. And it's going in that direction. We have this strange phenomenon about believing in poor performance. We believe that 9 out of 10 companies are going to fail. It's a strange, weird thing. I don't get it. We go into this with this, oh, well, we've got to know how many companies are going to succeed in our portfolios. Unfortunately, most angel portfolios aren't more than one. The average angel investor in America invests in one company. You need a portfolio of at least 25 companies over a period of 6 to 10 years. Even harvest the possibility of success. And as I'll show you later, that success is at least 30 to 1 to make up for this expectation of failure. Now, I believe you don't have to have this expectation of failure if you consider yourself a professional angel investor. You could improve those odds. But even Y Combinator, the most venerable of all that exists out there as an accelerator, also recognizes that 95% of your companies, maybe 20% will fail. So we're going through an unfortunate period. We're entering of angel exhaustion. Investments have been made, and you wait. The big wait, right? The big wait. Wait, wait. Have patience. Have patience, I'm told. When I give you this presentation, people say, it's too early, Brian. We need more time. Wait, it's all going to be okay. Unfortunately, when you go to Y Combinator, also in California, according to, in this case, Fabrice, who's one of the great angel investors of the world, they have literally 10 minutes to make a decision on their computer. They call it a handshake. Have you ever been out there? You sit, presentations given, 300, 500, 800 people in the room, another 1,000 listening in, all with this incredible sharp frenzy of activity to get into the next deal. And presentation is given. The word handshake comes from the fact that for years, you used to give a handshake to the company after you saw them to say, I'm going to invest. And then 2 days later, they come back and say, so I'd like you to invest. They say, well, not so fast. So they use the word handshake literally on the computer to mean I'm going to invest. And if you hit handshake and you don't invest, you don't get to go back. You're not invited back into that door. It's very bizarre. Premature investment. It is a clear and evident fact that the more time you spend on what we call due diligence, and there isn't a whole lot you can do in some cases, it leads to a better outcome. Now, I call it DO diligence in my book. DO diligence, look for the reasons to do the investment. You can certainly find all the reasons not to. Flip it around. Professional angel investors say, how big can you get? Why do I believe that? They do diligence. What are the do reasons, not negative reasons? Whoops. Excuse me.